Hi Queens, Sam here. I hope that you're doing amazing. So here I am with my money goals for 2025. I have shared recently in my video how I did for my 2024 money goals, and spoiler alert, it was not that great. You guys will have to check the video if you haven't checked it out yet. I'll probably link it above here. But for 2025, I did something that I did not do for 2024, which was essentially really sitting and projecting myself into the year to come and looking at things that I can already see will be different from my 2024, whether it is positive or negative. Actually, I'm not going to say positive or negative, it was just like a change. Just to give you an example, my oldest started kindergarten this year. So I already know that for summer, school will be closed and I'll need to find a summer camp for him. So that is new for me, something that I actually need to look into because I've heard that some camps they fill out really quickly. So I need to look into what are the camps that I want to put him to, and some of those camps can be quite pricey, quite expensive, like up to $500 a week, right? So when we talk about 10 to 12 weeks of summer camps, that can be a pretty chunk of money, and I'll need to come up with that money. Ideally, I don't want to get into debt for that. So that's one thing that I already know, that for 2025 I'll need to find a way to cash flow it one way or the other. The other thing that I also did for this, setting up these money goals for 2025 that I did not do for 2024, was really understanding that it is okay. It is okay for me not to invest. And that was really hard for me. As you know, I'm coast fi right now, and I've achieved that by consistently investing, over 15 years, consistently, every month. Every 2 weeks, when my paycheck was hitting my bank account, there was money taken from my bank account and being invested in my investments. So since I've had the kids, and with all of the expenses that come with having a kids, and also living in a high cost of living city and being by myself, it does require quite a bit of money, and unfortunately doesn't leave me that much room to be investing. So although I know I don't need to put a penny in my investment any longer because my retirement is fully secured, I have that muscle that I've developed over the 15 years, which is bothering me sometimes, and be like, girl, you're not investing. But I need to just work on that and be like, it is okay, because guess what? You're okay. You're okay for the future, right? So it's really, I want to remove that stress, and so you can already anticipate that essentially for 2025 I will not have a specific investing goal. So I'm not looking at putting money in my TFSA, I'm not looking at putting money in my RSP, I'm not really looking at investing per se. If somehow I come into some sort of like windfall of money, then I may allocate it for that, but that will be like in one off. Like I don't want to make it a specific goal for me. And for me, that's huge because I've always had investing goals since I've started investing. And this year, 2024 was probably the year that I honestly couldn't invest at all. Or like very little. So yeah, so for 2025 I will not have an investing goal. That's one thing. The second goal, it's not a goal to not invest, but I just want to make sure that that is actually taken care of. And you might say, "Oh my God, you're a money coach, you're not investing." But then again, like I said, I don't really have to invest anything at this point. So if I end up investing, that's just gravy. And if you want to know actually how to reach Coast Fi, once again, I still have few spots left to walk you through how to actually set up your investment brokerage and being able to set up your automatic contribution. We're going to work on your money mindset. We're going to work on your investment strategy. Again, I'm not a financial planner, financial advisor. I'm someone who has done it, and being able to reach Coast Fi at 40 is quite liberating, and I want that for you as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, and you also live in Canada, because I'm more familiar with the brokerage companies here in Canada, and also the type of accounts we have for investment here, I will strongly suggest for you to reserve your spot, and it's called Take Action on my Calendly link in the description here. It's called Take Action Session. It's 2 hours. We're gonna get that done and get you set up for 2025. So what are my money goals for 2025? Here it is. So the first thing is I would like to make sure that I still contribute to my kids RESP, which is the Registered Education Savings Plan. I would like to contribute 2,500 for each of my kids. I have three, so that's a total of $7,500. That was the only goal that I was able to actually meet this year in 2024. And honestly, out of the five goals that I had, that was probably the most important for me because as a single mother, having kids, it's not easy to be able not only to care for your kids but also to be able to think about their future. And one thing that I don't want is really leaving my kids future, especially when it comes to education, to guess or like to hope that someone else will be able to help me. I want to be able to help them as much as possible. And so being able to reach coast five has really not only liberated me from the need to invest for myself, but also, being able to direct that money into my kids' education. So, first goal, invest a total of $7,500 into my kids' RESP by the end of 2025. The second goal is I would like to reduce my debt. And so, as you guys know, my debt has increased in 2024 while I was trying to decrease it. So now I'm sitting at $21,000 of debt. However, by the end of 2024, I intend to do something which I will share in another video to reduce my debt. And so for 2025, I should be able to start the year with, I'll say probably $15,000, $16,000. So I'll share with you later what I intend to do to reduce my debt by the end of 2024. But I'm anticipating starting the year 2025 with approximately $15,000 or $16,000. So I'll be able to decrease it by $5,000 or $6,000 by the end of this year in the few days that we have remaining. I'm telling you, until the year is over, it's not over. So you still can do things to, get you closer to your goal so you can start the next year on a better footing. And so for 2025, my goal is essentially to reduce my debt by $5,000 by the end of the year. So whichever balance I'm going to be starting the year with, by the end of the year, I would like to reduce that debt by $5,000. And one of the things that I'm going to be leveraging to reduce my debt is my participation in a SUSU group. So if you guys don't know what is a SUSU, I will strongly suggest that you grab your replay pass for the Wealthy Black Women Summit. We did have a session on the SUSU, which was offered by Vanessa Meles, who's an expert at SUSU. But that will tell you how you can leverage I'll say like, groups like that to have a chunk of money at one point, either to invest, to pay debt, or like, start a business. And so I'm part of a SUSU. The current SUSU that I'm actually in is ending at the end of February. So in March, a new one will start. And I'm probably going to be collecting at one point in the year. So I'm hoping to use that chunk of money to be able to reduce my debt significantly by at least $5,000. So that is my goal. One thing that you will also notice here is that I'm setting up goals that I know might stretch me but will not break me. I do not want any stress related to my money goals, and it might be funny to hear that, but money in itself can be already so emotional, so stressful. And as I've shared also in a previous video of mine, I naturally have money anxiety. So I'm not trying to increase that level of anxiety related to money going forward. I really want to be able to know that I have money goals, but it's not money goals that are going to be requiring me to be, not sleeping enough, wanting to have more than 24 hours in a day, or like sacrificing the quality time that I have with my kids and my loved one just because I'm trying to hit some money goals. That's not what I want at this time in my life. And I actually don't have to do that either. So that's just what it is. So there you have it. If you followed, I only have two money goals for 2025. First, invest a total of $7,500 in my kids' RESP by the end of 2025. And second, reduce my debt by $5,000, minimum $5,000 by the end of 2025. Anything on top of that will be gravy. And so I'll let you know throughout the year how things are progressing, but I'm starting this year much more, I'll say, kind of like very, like I'm more calm. I'm more like in tune with my money goals. First of all, I only have two, and I feel like they will stretch me a little bit. They require me to be very mindful still of how I'm managing my money, but that they're not going to be stressing me. And that for me, it's important. So let me know, what are your money goals for 2025? Let me know in the comments below. I'm excited to see that. I would like to keep you accountable. And one thing that you can do actually for accountability, the accountability piece, is that you can join the Wealthy Black Women Summit Facebook group. That is a space for Black women to come together and grow together as far as wealth building goes. So if you want accountability for your money goals for 2025, make sure to join that group. I'm actually gonna do a post in that group to let people know if they want to share their money goals for 2025, and we're going to pin that post in the group, and people will be able to give update as the year goes. And when we come to the end of the year, I hope we can have nice celebration of people reaching their goals or learning from them not reaching their goals, so they can actually adjust and start 2026 on a better footing. There you have it. Thank you so much for listening. I'm probably going to be sharing two more videos by the end of 2024. I am committed to be putting more videos here by the end of 2024. And also because I'm close to 1,000 subscribers. I just looked last time and I was at 992, and I'm like, okay. So if you have been watching my videos, if you have been enjoying them, and you have been liking them, sharing them, but the one thing you haven't done is subscribe to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That will be just like such a nice cherry on top of my already beautiful year that I've had for 2024 to start 2025 at 1,000 subscribers. So go ahead and subscribe, continue sharing, and until next time, keep on building wealth. Bye bye.